Oh, drop that. Dun, dun, dun. Hey. Like, okay. Do it. Okay, so we're live. And as you can see, we are having a good old time. It's Thunder in the City at Kiante's Lounge here in Houston, Texas. And we are here to highlight this wonderful business. We're here to highlight Pisces season and the birthday of Lisa the Boss Lady. Woo! Hey, 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 shorty, it's your birthday. Go, shorty. It's your birthday. Hey, it's your birthday. Because that's your birthday. Okay. So, anyway, thank you all for tuning in with us today for Stunner in the City. As you can see and hear, it's going down here at Kiante's Lounge. So, I want to start at the end of the table and talk to our girl, Zoe. Zoe, I want you to talk to us a little bit real quick before we get into the show about the Girls to Mom organization and the GTM-a-thon that's coming up.
So, Girls to Moms is a nonprofit organization that represents helping support single mothers. So, we're having a Girls to Momathon. The Girls to Momathon is just to pretty much fundraise, raise money, and bring awareness to the single mothers in our communities. So, we have we have an event on Eventbrite, and we also have an event where you can go donate funds on Go Jiggy. So on that website, you can register for the event. You can sign up to donate or whatever you want to do. So people should tune in because we have a lot to offer. We have a lot of information to share that young girls might not know, even older women might not know. We offer a lot of different classes, a lot of different parenting classes, literacy for finances, all type of things. So we pretty much just try to help whatever these women need, whatever you're in need of, because sometimes we're afraid to say, what we really need or what we might need as a single person or single mom.
For the parenting classes, can you give an example of a parenting class? So some people are like, I don't need no parenting class. I got this. So can you give an example of a subject or something from one of the parenting classes?
So something from one of the parenting classes, we it's kind of like a group, like you would say. So some of the parenting classes are like um what do I want to say? Yeah, kind of like a support group. It's kind of like that, but we're here to help them. So we just talk to them, listen to them, and help support them with anything.
Good, because a lot of times you don't have to be a single mother to need help. So I love the fact that Girls to Mom does focus on single mothers, but all people are welcome, all mothers are welcome. And I think that's really good, because being a mother myself, you never know all there is about being a mother. Nobody knows. We're all learning as we go. So I do agree with what Miss Mimi said. Is some people hear the word parenting class and they're like, I'm good, I don't need a parenting class. And I think some people feel like if they do go to a parenting class, it's saying they're a bad parent, which is not what it's saying. I have gone to parenting classes myself because I feel like if you want to do anything well, you need to learn as much as you can learn about it. It doesn't mean you're doing a bad job at being a parent if you take a parenting class. It just means you want to know more and you want to do the best you can be. It means the opposite. So I am joining the board for this organization of Girls to Mom. So I definitely want to put it out there and ask everybody to support this mission, because I think that we all know the first teacher of our community is the mother. The first teacher. This is the people who we can now look at and point the finger. It's your fault for all this stuff that's going on. Y'all. So instead of just only pointing a finger at mothers, why don't we try to come together and help each other? And that's what Girls to Mom is all about, helping people with mothering. I also want to encourage women who don't have children to get involved, because here's the thing. You got a mother inside of you. Just because you never birthed a child physically does not mean you're not a mother. I knew I was a mother when I was 5 years old. I used to tell people that I am a mother. I'm somebody's mother. Of course, I was always a different person. I was a little different. But the fact of the matter is, I felt that inside of me before I ever had a child. So I want to encourage women who don't have children, please get involved with Girls to Mom. This is a way for you to express that mother that you feel. I want to talk to Mimi about this because she has not birthed a physical child, but Mimi is a mother, like she mothers people. And so, how do you feel about encouraging other women who may not physically have children to get involved with organizations that are geared toward moms?
I would say do it. In the beginning, I didn't want to. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't. I wanted to have my own. Let me see, because I felt like, and I had a lot of people. Well, you don't have children, so you don't understand. But actually, I did. I came from the standpoint of I used to be a child, so how come I don't? Right? And so if I can pull from that to give advice, and then also from my experiences in life, what I've dealt with, what I've been, what I've had to be a part of in some of my friends' lives, if I can come from that and give advice, then it's worked. I'm grateful for that. But yeah, if you don't have children, it doesn't mean that you are not worthy or that you can't come and help. Trust me, there's a place for you. There's a space for you to come and help the organization. And I've been around them, and I like it. It's a gorgeous. What are the dates for that?
7th, and it'll be from 9 to 11 a.m. and it's a virtual event, so it'll be on Facebook. And I posted it, and I've also shared it a few times from the Girls to Moms page. But it'll be a virtual event.
In a way for you to hear from other mothers that's been involved with Girls to Mom, and also a way for you to give. So if you follow me and you know anything about my attitude toward nonprofits, is it's great for you to support and come to our event, but send us some money. Send us some money. I don't care if it's $2, $3, $5, $20, $500. Support with your funds, because this is how nonprofits operate. We have to have money in order to reach the mission. So I am support of Girls to Mom, and I will be sharing their information on my page as well. But I definitely want to encourage you all to tune into the Girls to Mamathon that's coming up. So we're going to take a real quick break, and we'll be right back with more of Stunner in the City. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Are you looking for a fun and exciting night out with great food, entertainment, and daiquiris? Look no further than Daiquiri Soul, Houston's premier daiquiri shop, restaurant, and more. Located in the Northwood Village Center at 355 Greens Road in Houston, Texas. If you love a good daiquiri and enjoy a variety of flavors, this is the place for you. Offering Creole, Cajun, and Southern cuisine with nightly live entertainment and friendly customer service. Social distancing and COVID-19 protocols are in place. So surrender all your cares and let Daiquiri Soul whisk you away with their Southern hospitality. For more information, visit Daiquiri Soul on Facebook or place an order through Grubhub. Stop by Daiquiri Soul today and tell them Stunner Radio sent you. Hey, it's your girl Lisa Dene, and I want to tell you about a product that has changed my life. Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins. Rain products are infused with a Nobel Prize-winning material called graphene. It's the graphene strip that provides the various health benefits that can improve your quality of life during that time of the month. Listen, I've been very loyal to a certain brand of feminine products, but I've never experienced the results I get with Rain products. The difference is in the graphene strip. Using Rain products has totally eliminated the painful cramps I experience, and it can also help balance your body's pH, eliminate harmful bacteria, and help fight fatigue. Graphene moves heat away from your core to keep you cool and comfortable. Ladies, it's time to upgrade your feminine care with products that not only offer protection, but also improve your health and wellness. Place your order today and receive your premium sanitary napkins delivered directly to your door. Visit www.drfcare.com to make your purchase today. And don't forget to mention that your girl Lisa Dene and Stunner Radio sent you. All right, we are back at Stunner in the City at Kiante's Lounge here in Houston, Texas, and we are talking about a variety of topics. If you guys want to chime in and join into any of the discussions, just hit us up in the comments. Hey, Sequoia, I hope I said her name right. Yeah, thanks for tuning in with us, and we're going to talk about our next topic, which is current events with Miss Mimi. Miss Mimi, what you got?
Huh? What? Oh, look, I was looking for my note page. Hold on. Well, so let's talk about briefly that the Senate finally passed, barely passed the 1.9 trillion dollar thing that they had to do for the coronavirus assistance. And so y'all boy, Mr. Mitchie boy, was stated saying, let me read this. The Senate has never spent $2 trillion in a more haphazard way or through a less vigorous process. Rigorous process. I'm sorry. So first of all, they've been in session since Friday morning, 9 o'clock. They just finished, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday. It really shouldn't take that long because the people, us, we the people, need some freaking help out here. Like we stated earlier, or they stated earlier on the show, there are people who have been evicted, who don't have jobs, who need money for food and whatnot. I'm just really baffled that person, this person, right, really thinks that this is a haphazard way of spending money for the people. Right. Well, he had a problem with the last time we had $1,200. He was like, "Oh, that's a lot of money." I remember them showing him on CNN, and I wish I could have went through that. Okay, so some people's rents are $1,400. So really, if you really want to help the people, not only give us the money for those who get it, but also what about the I forgot the word they use for the people not being able to file evictions? Yeah, the moratoriums. What about that? Has anybody said anything about that?
I haven't heard anything more about it because they've given so much money to cities and other municipalities to give rent assistance. So I know in Harris County there's quite a few programs going on. I just think people need to be proactive. You have to apply. And the sad thing about these programs that I found out is that if you're not behind 2 or 3 months, they won't help you. If just behind 1 month, they're like, oh, what we gonna do for you? It's people that's behind a whole year. But what they got to do with me? You know what I'm saying?
I want to know who's approved because my son, who is disabled, has not been approved for anything that we've applied for. Even FEMA denied him when he had a busted pipe, busted out his whole wall in his bathroom.
Well, see, FEMA denied a lot of people, but Harris County has a program that's supposed to pick up where FEMA left off. And I would apply to them. And then also, once you're denied, though, they have another place that you can go to and bring them the pictures and talk to them. Adrian Garcia is over that. So I think you should look into that because a lot of people have been denied. A lot of people have been denied both programs. But what we have to do is fight for it. We have to feel entitled because we are entitled. And that's what I've said a lot about African Americans. Sometimes we don't have a sense of entitlement, but we need to. We're citizens of this country. I mean, I don't know why people be acting like I'm a citizen of this motherfucker. I was born here. Okay. So I do not like being treated like an outsider. I was born here and my ancestors helped build this bitch. So I'm gonna need y'all to understand that I am entitled to everything else that all these other people are getting. And I want people to understand too that this PPP loans, look, apply for them. I don't care if you get denied, apply for them anyway, because now they're giving them to independent contractors, Uber drivers, Postmates people. Girl, I'm gonna apply. Okay. I don't care if they say hair braiders. I braid hair. Okay. Yes, I do apply because see now we're starting to learn how a lot of people get where they get. Y'all need to understand a lot of people be getting this stuff and we don't apply for it because we feel like we're not qualified. But you have to apply even if you get denied, because one thing about it is always a record of your application. So always apply, because I think we learned with all this stimulus. I know a lot of people learned who was letting other people claim their kids. They learned this ain't it. This ain't it. I need to get legit because this ain't it. Look how many checks have happened since, since what? 2019 was what they first based it on. Now people looking crazy because they money done went to all kind of other folks. We need to get legit. There's nothing you can say because you allowed them to claim your kids.
With that PPP loan, please be legit. Please don't make up employees. Please don't do those things. That is why people are going to jail.
See, this one that they just approved is different. This is for sole proprietors. This is for independent contractors. Yes, and you need to understand this is something that has not been done. I don't think ever. This is huge, but I know which one you're talking about, payroll protection. But this one is different, and it's only a 2-week window, and this is the last week. So I'm encouraging everybody because all of us got a side hustle. All of us are independent contractors. Y'all need to understand what I'm saying.
What I mean, I got an email about it. What I mean is like people are making up people and making up social security numbers. Like, don't do that. But your children, your spouse, they are all your employees, so you can do that legally. Just don't be making up people and making up social security numbers. Do everything the right way, and you don't have to do it the wrong way. Do it the right way.
Yeah, be legit because we know other people do it, but we're not gonna get away with it. So don't even try it. We're not gonna get away with it. I know everybody saw the Houston woman that they've been clowning on all these these news channels who got over $2 million in PPE money and bought 2 houses. I mean, first of all, girl, who doing your paperwork? Holla at you, girl. Okay, how you get 2 million? I don't even need that much. Just give me 200,000 and I'm good. You ain't gonna have to worry about me no more. Ever, yes.
So the thing that trips me out about her, right, was that she got the 2 million. She spent tens of thousands of dollars at Chanel, at Hermes. She bought a $178,000 Range Rover that was parked in front of her house. She put the house in her mama's name. The house was 1.9 million. And so you're spending frivolously and blatantly, like nobody's gonna be looking at this money and looking at what you're doing. Like, it just blew my mind. $25,000 at Chanel. I don't understand.
I don't understand that either, and it's bad because what about people who really need it? Businesses who really need it. Yes. This what she just told you. Oh, well, we don't know what she bought at Chanel. I mean, but you bought 25,000. 25,000. Oh, that's one bag. That's one bag. Yeah, that's one bag. So, but at the same time, why are you shopping at Chanel? I mean, come on now. You could have went to Ross. You could have went to Ross and fit. Baby, nobody would have done nothing. Spend a cool 500, and we still would have looked at you like you had it going on, girl. Yes.
I don't know what she is, but we got all these black owned businesses that are struggling or trying to make it. So how about you go tipping them and, help them out so they can help their people, because most of their people are us too. So, it's just a pointer, and it's always them that get it. I know people who got money from the first time and spent it frivolously and was looking at me, why are you always working? Because I didn't get a check.
Well, let me get it because I am putting on Stunner Radio because Lisa Danae I'm always gonna look good. Okay, I'm always gonna have, and my kids always gonna have by hook or crook, and I mean it. But I feel like for a business, like it's a lot of us out here really trying to make a business work, trying to employ other people and trying to build a legacy, and we are getting denied. So I think that's unfortunate for somebody to get that kind of money. First of all, why you go buy a house? Why would you buy a car? Why did you even get that much money? Like, that's just greed. That's just silly.
How come not go and help some of these people who don't have rent, who didn't, because there were people who didn't get all of that.
And that's a write-off. She could have
opened up a whole shelter.
Yes.
With that kind of money?
She could have funded one person a month or something like that with that money and wrote that off. Yep.
Clearly, she ain't never had no money. No. Because you don't rush over to Chanel and Range Rover and all this foolishness, making these rich people more rich. I mean, what the hell?
I want a Infinity or a Chevy.
Let me tell you something. I'm a riding Hyundais until Hyundais ain't riding no more. I don't care. when I can afford a Bentley, I'm still gonna be rolling in a Hyundai. Yes, until Hyundai can't come up no more. I'm telling you, because Bentley not getting my money. No, they've been in the money for years. Yeah. Well, I just want to get from point A to point B. So I'm gonna spend my money on a driver, okay, not a car. Not a car. So for me, I feel like, we do need to apply. I'm encouraging everybody. Get you an accountant though. Do your business right, like the boss lady said, because they will get us. They're not gonna let us slide because I guarantee you she's not the only one.
Oh, they be getting everybody.
She probably the only one like this. But she not the only one got over $2 million. I mean, we know about.
Because I know personally people, my friends of mine that got like 80,000 and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, I couldn't even tell you what they did.
Girl,
People out here, you give them their information and they'll
who did that paperwork?
yeah.
Holler at me after the show. I'm just saying, I'm gonna put it towards a good cause. I'm gonna use it for a good cause.
That's what I'm saying. If I would have gotten the 84,000 that I was promised, but I was scared. If I would have gotten that, then I definitely would have put it towards, of course, Stunner, and I would have put it towards building up my business. Which is what I do with all of my money. It doesn't matter where my money comes from. That's exactly what I do. I build up my inventory on each one of my businesses. I say, okay, well, who can I help with this business? Because I'm a trainer. Who needs travel training? Who needs such and such? And then I go and buy gifts for my customers. Those are tax deductible as well. I just found that out. So it's like you do it the right way, and it's not hard, and it's not a lot. You don't have to do a lot. That was definitely being greedy. It was being reckless, and that was haphazard. That was what was haphazard. a way of spending money haphazardly. There's no reason.
Well, I just want to say that, for me, and I wanted you guys to chime in on this, and even Chef Square, I want you to chime in on this. For me, 2020 and 2021 have showed me that I have to be an entrepreneur. I cannot work for nobody else. I mean, I already knew that, but this is cemented now. It's like it's no question in my mind that this is the path that I need to take in life. So how do you guys feel about that?
Well, I've always been a fan of entrepreneurship. I've been preaching this for the last 5 years. If you don't want to do travel for your residual, if you don't want to, there's Bedroom Candy, there's Buy by Belly, there's Forex, there's Bitcoin, there's this what's Mycon or something like that. There's all of these things that you can do, and you can make anything marketable. My daughter, my 21-year-old, walks dogs, dude. You can make money off of that. I have a friend, Josh. He made a whole business walking dogs. You can do anything, but but let me tell you, if you didn't listen to me before, listen now, because this is teaching us. It's teaching us something. I feel like God took us and shook us, and then the winter storm came, and it was like, oh, y'all didn't listen. Watch this. You absolutely have to.
I'm sorry, boss lady.
Still feel stressed. Gotta get something off my stress. So if you're not an entrepreneur, you absolutely have to be right now, because you don't want something that somebody can take away from you. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Just like the whole situation with Wild and Out. How Nick built up that brand and built it up, but he did not take the time to get it trademarked in his name. Viacom went and got it trademarked, and the second he said something they didn't like, they snatched the whole thing away from him, and he built it up for 14 years, $1 billion brand, multi-billion-dollar brand, and it was all gone. And they tried to put somebody else as a host. Now he did get it back. He did get Wild and Out back, but how long did it take him to get that back? It's been about a year since they did that.
I mean, in the end,
absolutely.
And let's talk about Dave Chappelle. How he had to fight just for his show. Yes. Chappelle's show.
Yes.
Like, that's crazy, but that's the reason why we have to do things. And I have to say this because I'm not always just pushing Stunner, but the reason why I push Stunner is because I want other people to understand we got to create our own platforms, because when you bring black coffee with a side of tea, you bring love my radio show. I'm not going to try to take your show. I tell it, well, I brought black coffee, but I'm just saying. But I mean, what I'm saying is we have to build our old platforms because it's so sad to see that Dave Chappelle had to fight for his show like that. It just makes you sick. It's like they know that we are marketable. They know we bring people. They know we're entertaining, but you even want to own our talent. That's why we and not only build your own platforms, but also let's get behind people who building their platforms. Let's get behind Stunner Radio. Let's get behind Real Talk 100 Radio. Let's get behind Critical. Let's get behind all these people who are creating platforms. Hush Radio. Shout out to Ms. V. Let's get behind these people because we are the power. We are the people, and we need to get behind these people instead of always supporting the big corporation.
And I just wanted to say, we also want to learn from their examples, right? So Dave Chappelle straight up told us, I had a baby to feed when I made this arrangement. I was the low man on the totem pole. I knew the potential for Chappelle's show, but I didn't have the power. And so at the point that he was able to come back and flex that power, he was able to do what he needed to do to get his stuff back. And so the lesson in that for us is advocate for ourselves and what we want from the beginning. And that we have a history of our artists having to let go of so much, losing their masters, losing their rights to things. And so now we can recognize with this entrepreneurship, with this spirit of ourselves, taking control of what is ours and what we are entitled to, like she said from the beginning. So secure the bag means you make sure that your stuff is covered from an accounting, from a financial, from a contractual level that keeps you protected so that you're giving away as little as possible when your time is in the beginning, right? Because once you blow up, the sky's the limit. So they know that, and they take advantage of us when we are in the beginning, because that's when they can catch us slipping.
It is too real personal. Don't be desperate. Don't be desperate for money, because I know for a fact that I could be doing a lot better financially if I let go of Stunner Radio. If I just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna get on somebody else's radio station and blow my brand up. But you can't be desperate when you know you're building something real, when you're trying to leave a legacy. I don't care if I gotta stay in the apartment that I'm in for the next 3 years to build up Stunner Radio. I'm gonna do it. And I want to encourage people, stop trying to be a baller at the wrong time in your life. Sometimes it's time to build up something. And if you got to stay where you at, if you got to wait on buying a house, if you got to wait on getting a new car to build your business, make the sacrifice, because your kids and your kids' kids is going to live better. You want them living like we living? Do you want them waiting on a check? Or do you want them to have all this money and residual incomes from what you did? From what you did in 2021, your child getting a royalties checks off what you did. And this is very personal to me, because I felt like I was going to buy a house this year and I had all my ducks in a row, but it hit me. Wait, put that on the back burner, because right now what you need to build is this, because this is going to outlive you. This going to outlive you, and it's going to feed your grandkids. So I want to encourage people that if you believe in yourself and believe in your brand, put your money where your mouth is.
Well, I just will say this. It's all about building a foundation and setting the foundation. A lot of people want to build up on hopes, dreams, prayers, and that's not the way you do it. You have to build a foundation. You have to set your rebar. You have to pour your slab. You have to let it sit, and you have to build on top of it. And that's what takes a lot of times the longest, is setting your foundation. So if you hang in there long enough to make sure that you set your foundation, and even make sure that your foundation is even reinforced, so that way when you build on your platform, you'll be able to stand no matter what happens. And that's what 2021 has really started to show people, is the fact that a lot of people want to be in this microwave generation where you want it right now. And we can tell you from experience that that is not the way to go. If you put the work in, you put the effort, you put the time, you put the dedication, and you put all of that together, that forms a strong foundation. And then you can build on it from there.
And the foundation is important that you have good material in it. You know, I learned the hard way that everybody that's trying to build your foundation with you ain't right. And you know, it's hard for us to disconnect from people we love. But at the end of the day, I don't care if I got to disconnect from you, because if you made a straw, I can't put you in my foundation. I need strong, I need bricks, I need a foundation that is sure. And I want to encourage every entrepreneur, if your team is not riding for you, get rid of them. Get rid of them. You better off riding for yourself. You better off doing it on your own than having a bunch of people that's around you acting like they support you, but really don't support you, really competing with you and hoping to see you fall. So if you are trying to build something and you know, as the thing is, we know, it's not like we don't know. If the thing is, sometimes we love these people. It could be your family, your friend, or whatever, and we love them, and we feel like eventually they're gonna change and they're gonna sway this way when I get better, when I can give them more money or whatever the case may be. But get rid of them. I'm so serious. Get rid of them. It would be better to run it by yourself. And I told one of my friends when I first started Stunner, I'd be the only show on Stunner, baby, before I let anybody be around me who really not for me. I'm not gonna do it.
Right. You're absolutely right, and that's a really good point. From what Alan said, we are in a microwave generation, and a lot of people, we think that we have to have all these people around us because that's the popular thing. That's what well, they're gonna see that this person doing this, and they're gonna see that this person is doing that. You want what's right, you know, around you. And one thing you want to think about when you're building your business, a lot of times when you go and plant something in the ground, right, when you water it every single day, and after a month you want to see that green poking out the ground, right? Well, sometimes it doesn't happen that way. If you ever take the time to find out about a bamboo tree, when you plant that seed, it takes 5 years to grow. But when it goes all the way up. And that's, if sometimes that's what you have to sacrifice. Sometimes that's what you need. I've been an entrepreneur. I've been doing the home-based business thing for 5 years. Five years. And when you 6 years. So when you think about it, the fact that I'm just now scooting forward a little bit in my businesses, it's proof. It's showing you that what I'm saying is absolutely correct. And the right people will get behind you. The right people will get around you. When you're in the network marketing business, it's about, you know, recruiting and team building. And well, nobody's joining my team. But when you get the right people, I have people that have joined every one of my teams. I have a lady, Kim. Shout out to Kim. Listen, y'all, this lady supports me. I would do the same travel training, and she would come to every last one of them. And if it's in Dallas, she gonna drive. She would do every single one of them. She is up under me in travel, bedroom candy, and Bye Bye Belly. And that is what you need. You need those type of people around you, and you're gonna have to wait for them. You're gonna have to wait for them because you have to show who you are. You have to be that. You have to be that. What you're looking for. What you're looking for, you have to be that. You have to show people who you are. And once you show people who you are, the right people will follow around you automatically, and the wrong people will fall away. What you got to say?
I like that. I like that. I'm young, so I know I don't always make the best decisions with people around me, but I do know, like Lisa said, you can catch a vibe. You know if somebody is for you or if they're not for you. You can feel it. So go off for your good. Do what you need to do and focus on yourself and your brand. Build your brand and promote it the way you want to. That's how I do mine. So I can relate because I started out with bow ties. So when I started my sewing business. I did all of that by myself. And now that I'm in a different organization and I have people that know how to work together in a team and can help build the team and prosper with it, it's a different dynamic and it feels good.
Yeah, it was something that you said that I wanted to piggyback off of. I think it was about having people around you that do know how to build a team. Also, dang, I lost my train of thought because we jamming so much up in here. Dang, I done lost it. But I think I wanted to speak on um, people around you. Oh, I know what it was. Okay, so the thing is, you want to be supported. We all want to be supported. We all want to be supported. But I think what we need to understand is everybody see you differently than what you see yourself. And sometimes people that been in your life for a long time don't see you. They see the person you used to be. And so it's hard for them. I know for me, I had to cut off a lot of my family members and old friends because they only saw me one way. And they had to understand that person gone. That person been gone. Like, I'm so different now than what I was in my 20s. It's almost like night and day. First of all, I was a holy roller. I mean, I was deep in the church. I used to lay hands on people. I used to teach Sunday school. I used to do the praise team. Yeah. I was a nurse. I used to serve water to the pastor. Yes, I used to do it all. And listen here, I even preached a few sermons, but I got older and I realized that mama got a little twerk in her. And I also realized that mama liked doing a little extracurricular. And I realized that God created me for more than that. So I'm so different, and people who know me only in that range, they just feel like I fell off, or oh, she going in the wrong direction. Listen, yeah, I just slid all the way back, and I'm still gonna slide. When we gonna slide? Hey, I'm still gonna slide, baby. I'm still gonna slide because I'm sliding into my destination. Oh, that's what it was that you say. When you have your own path and you know your path, you got to walk your path. I tell people that all the time, mostly men. I just be like, we on different paths. You know what I'm saying? You walk on your path and I'm going to walk on my path. But it's really true in business because sometimes people only know how to do business a certain way. I really noticed that in the Black community. People only know how to do business a certain way. And when you do it differently, they don't want to support you, or they feel like you uppity, or, oh, she thinks she gets so important and so better. Well, I do my business different. This is my path. And on my path, I keep my word. And on my path, I deliver what I said I was going to deliver. And I take it seriously. And, you know we have all heard somebody refer to your stuff as your little something. Well, I take my little stuff very seriously, and it is not little to me. So I think that what you said is very important. Once you know your path, you got to walk that path. You got to be on it. Know how to stay focused on your path. What you say, Miss Mimi?
Man, my 2 cents on that is I concur with everything that's been said, and also the entitled thing. Because for me, I've always wanted to have my own business, but it was not feeling like one. And I think I posted about it earlier this week, that I was worthy of the success. Right? Because of the things that had happened in my life and the people that didn't support that I expected to support. You know, they were always there talking about, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. And it was always along the lines of having my own business and, you know, striking out and doing all these things. But when I step out to those same people who were supposedly encouraging me, weren't there to support. And so I didn't. Right. And so I didn't feel like I was worthy of the success that I could feel myself having. So I didn't do anything. We are entitled. We been here doing some things. Like, our people are thebomb.com. So we need to know and get used to the fact that we are worthy of that success. Right. And then also, like Lisa said earlier, stop being about at the wrong time. Some people are so, you know, you get a little and you want to go out and, like old girl did. Why would you 1.9 million? Really? Come on, man. Stop trying to. There's sacrifices. People are always talking about hashtag secure the bag, but are you really willing to do what it takes to secure that bag? Like Brother Man said, have your foundation in check. Make sure your paperwork is airtight and can't nobody come in, because trust me, you got this skin color I got, they gonna be coming looking for you. They're gonna try to slip you up. So please make sure you know and understand you're entitled. Know that you can ball, but don't ball out of control just yet. You got to be strategic about that thing, right? And then as he talked about the strong foundation and having the paperwork, that's all I got. Make sure you do what you do, because your lane is yours. People you think you want to support you are not gonna do it. And if you're looking and waiting on your family, don't do it. I stopped a lot of things in my life because my family did not support. I stopped a lot.
I think we learn wrong as children. We learn wrong. We learn that if nobody claps, it's not good. But we need to understand you ain't got to clap for me. I know it's good if it's good. Whether you clap or not, or whether you approve or not. And I think social media reinforces that for some people. If nobody click like, they feel like, oh, nobody liked my post. I don't care because I know you saw it. You ain't got to click nothing for me. I know you saw the post. I know you did. I mean, I know you saw. You kept scrolling. I don't even much care. You ain't got to click nothing. But you saw me, and you're gonna continue to see me.
And they not gonna click it. But just like you said, if I tell you it's the shit, then bitch, that's what it is.
And I said what I said.
All of that. Yes. But I want to encourage people, because especially women, and I know men getting tired of, because the women is coming through, and men like, okay, we know, but I do want to encourage women. I do want to encourage women, because we have been held down so much, but nobody as much as Black women. I mean, we have been held down by each other so much, and I just want to encourage Black women, like, really stop it. Stop it. Stop being so competitive. I think that Houston has been the most competitive city I've ever lived in. And I've lived in a lot of different cities. But when I moved here, at first I couldn't put my finger on it. I was like, what is it about people here? They're not like really, they act friendly, but they're not really friends. Like, they'll be around you and act like they're your friend and can't stand you. And I never could put my finger on it. Then I realized it's a competitive spirit. It's that spirit of, I'm gonna hang around you long enough to figure out what you're doing so I could do it. I'm gonna hang around you to start acting like you, or pick up your traits or your style or whatever, but I really hate your ass. And I don't like that. And we need to cut that out. I mean, because I feel like this: if you don't like me, get away, get out my face, get from around me. And if you want to learn from me, there's an invoice for that. I can show you everything you need to know, but yes, there is an invoice for that. There is a class for that. Don't try to get around me just to use me. And the next thing you know, you a little me out here, which is good, because you still ain't never going to be me. But the point is, that competitive spirit is not going to get people nowhere. We need each other. We really, really do. Shout out to my girl. I'm not going to say her name, but we had some words, and I was really happy that we was able to smooth some things over, because I feel like she felt like, you can't work with me if you feel like you on my same level. First of all, I never put levels to nothing. I'm not the person who doing it. So if a person feel like they're not on my level, that's you. That's you feeling that way. It's not me, because y'all know most of the time we go somewhere, nobody even knows who is the owner of Stunner Radio. I never put it out there like that. I don't be like, oh yes, I'm the owner. I don't care. I just tell people I got a show on Stunner Radio, because that's all that matters to me, because I want everybody to shine. So I feel like if we get rid of that competitive nature, we can do more together. Because think about it, if we really got behind each other and really pushed each other, hey, we all can eat. Because I want to see Lisa make it. I want to see Zoe make it. Definitely want to see Latriva make it and Miss Mimi make it. But when we so busy just trying to push ourselves and want people to just support only what we do, it's enough people, it's enough customers to go around for all of us, enough clients.
And when you're doing that, when you're focusing all that energy on what they doing, why they this, that is energy that you can focus on being better for yourself and your business. If you have enough time to worry about what the next person is doing, then you're not spending enough time worrying about what you're doing, and you're not doing it correctly. I tell my children that all the time. They want, oh, well, you didn't get onto her about this. You don't know what I got onto her about, because I didn't do it publicly. When you do business, you do it a certain way, and you do it with integrity. And that's something that we need to start doing. That we need to start focusing more on that. And what you said about bowling, you're going out here trying to make yourself look rich for people that's broke.
Girl.
It doesn't make sense. And every time you get money, you go out and you get what? More things, right? So the more money that you get, the more bills that you're creating. Let's stop that. Let's break that mentality. And it's about paradigm. Let's shift that paradigm.
Hey,
you have to shift that, because who's gonna do it? We have to. Because if it's continually being a circle, what's the definition of insanity? But repeating the same thing and expecting a different result.
And I think the root of that is being judged. Absolutely. Because a lot of people will try to upgrade their living arrangement, upgrade their car, because they're going to be judged by it. I remember somebody had told me when I had the last car I had, which was a Hyundai, they was like, I think you should have a better car. I mean, people ain't really going to respect you. You need a BMW. And I said, people respect me based on what I drive. They can keep their respect. because I don't need you then. Because if that's all you respect me on, I can have a high ass car note and ain't even eating. Can't even afford a meal, but I got a big old car note, a pretty car. My kids ain't eating good, but I'm in this beautiful BMW or whatever for respect from somebody to respect me. That's shallow. And I think that people have gotten so used to being judged. But what I tell people all the time is I will downsize anything to fulfill my dream because I'm not fit because it was in me. It was totally in me to upgrade. And I was gonna upgrade this year, but it just hit me. You can't do both. You have to focus on this business and you got to stay put, whatever you gotta do, because to you know what we have a tendency to do when you make a little more money, you increase your bills to that amount. And now you're still in the same spot. Your budget's still tight. So why do that? If you make more money, let your bills stay where they was when you had little money. And but I don't know. I just feel like we can't do that because we worried about people gonna judge us and people gonna feel like, oh, she should be driving better or she should be living better or she should have on better clothes or whatever, a better bag. But I'm not in that. I'm not with that. And I think we need to stop that.
We do, and when you find yourself doing that, when you find yourself saying, "Oh, well, I need this or that because Susie's gonna appreciate me more," then see if Susie pays your bill, okay? Because and that's something that we all had to learn. I kid you not, I learned the same thing. Some things have to be put on hold so that you can go rise to the next level. Like I wanted to buy a house this year. We're not buying a house this year. We're renting a house this year, but we're pouring into our business and we're building business credit as well as our credit before we even go out here and try to buy a house. Because exactly, and I'm already telling Chef Square, I'm like, when we move, we getting rid of this bill because I want it to stay the same. I do get paid more money on my scam. I do get paid more money on my 9-to-5 pyramid scheme. I do, but I want my
What's the scam? What are you talking about?
Oh, corporate America, biggest scam in the world, corporate America. So, however, I love my job. I love my job. I love helping people. So I love what I do. So I decided that that's what we were gonna do. You know, as far as he do what he do with his money. So I'm not gonna say, well, that's what we're gonna do. But we did both come to the agreement that that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep our bills at the same place, and some of them will get eliminated when we move because I want to be coming out of pocket the same amount that I'm coming out of now when we're in this horrible apartment.
And you want to be able to build something that's gonna last and last longer. And what you said about the person that judge you, are they gonna what did you say, pay your bill? They definitely not gonna have a place for you to stay if you lose your house. If you can't pay your mortgage, they're gonna look at you like, I don't know what to tell you. So yeah. You the boss lady. They can't wait to say that. Oh, you're a business owner. So that's why you gotta be smart. I want to share this with y'all. I knew a couple back when I lived in Columbus, Ohio, and the husband was, oh, should I give this much information? I was gonna say this. The husband wasn't okay. The husband was a public figure. I'm gonna put it that way. And they lived in a house on Hudson Avenue, if you know anything about Columbus, Ohio. And I remember going to their house and I was like, why they live here like he's this person? And they had one bathroom and it was them and their children. And I was just like, it was nice. It was a decent house, but it wasn't what I expected. And I was just like, the whole time that I knew them, they lived there. And it was probably about 12 years. But when they moved big. Like I could not believe the house they moved to. When they moved into a mansion, and it showed me something because the house they in now is a forever home. Like you don't move away from them type of houses. First of all, those houses stay in your family for years and years and years and years. And so it taught me like sometimes you gotta put off something to make the big move. Why make all these little bitty moves and then end up going backwards? You know what I'm saying? Instead of just putting off something until you can make a big move, a forever move. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I've moved around the country a little bit. I've lived in a lot of different places and I've had some nice houses, but where they at now? I'm back in an apartment because the point of it all was it wasn't time for a mortgage at that time for me. I got a mortgage because that's what I thought I should do. But nobody really tells you, you have to plan this stuff out if you want it to last. You can't just jump and do this. You have to have some type of plan. So, I mean, I hope that we help somebody today talking about this because a lot of times people scared to talk about their finances. Everybody want to act rich. And I feel like that's why these politicians think we don't need this money, because everybody on social media balling. They thinking, well, Americans is doing good. That's all we see on social media. But the fact of the matter is, no, we're not. Most of us are struggling, especially entrepreneurs. And don't believe these lies that people tell you about having their own business. Most of the time you broke because your money is going into your business.
Yeah.
And you don't make a lot of money your first 3 years. A lot of times you don't make nothing because everything you make goes back into the business. So I just want to encourage people to don't believe everything you see, because it's way more people struggling than what you think.
And let's talk about what's going to happen once these stimulus do go out. Y'all, please don't be like this lady and go buy Chanel and all this other stuff with this stimulus. Do invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. I'm saying it doesn't. You can be a business owner. You could be an independent contractor. You could be any whatever it is that floats your boat. Invest in that and stop thinking that every single opportunity that comes along is a scam. Stop thinking that. Educate yourself, because one thing if I don't know nothing else, you really do not know what you don't know. You really don't know what you don't know, and take the time to find out, because you're blocking your own your own blessing by not being educated. Education is key. Make sure that you get all the information about anything that you're interested in going into business with, and do it and put all your all into it and do the most. Blow yourself up, show yourself up, hype yourself up, because if you don't, nobody else will. And by the time everybody else get done watching you clap for yourself, they're gonna start clapping. And if they don't clap, they saw you though. They saw you. And and sometimes the envy or whatever else inside of them is eating them up and it's stopping them from clapping. But eventually that either goes away, or they're, because if you can't beat them, join them. Eventually that goes away, the envy or whatever it is that's eating up inside of them, or not. But when you are operating in a spirit like that, if you're operating in an envious spirit, eventually people will see you for who you are. And so when people start throwing dirt on your name and people start talking about you, people start treating you a certain way, the people around, they'll eventually see that for what it is. So don't stop supporting you. Constantly hype yourself up. Constantly don't let nobody else tell you that what you're not and what you're not worthy of and what you're not entitled to. And don't expect for your friends and family to support you, because who's gonna support you the most is strangers. And when they get tired of watching strangers clap for you, and they be like, no, wait, I know her. Because some of your strangers gonna go to bat for you. Some of your strangers gonna be like, well, why you ain't supporting her then? If you know her, I didn't even know her, and I know how awesome she is. That's what's gonna happen if you have true people around you with those good intentions. But if you don't, you're gonna find out one way or another. They're gonna show themselves, and when people show you, believe it.
And sometimes I think we have to realize that it's more than these few people in the world. Right. The world is full of people.
Right.
Just because these people don't see you, don't mean nothing. Go where the people do see you.
Right.
Because and what you said about don't let nobody tell you, I forget what you said, but what I wanted to add, that don't let nobody tell you what you should have either. Yeah. Because people will tell you, by now you should have this, and by now you should have that. By now you don't know what I should have, because you don't know. You do not know my path. You don't know what I've been through. This is my path. And a lot of people say, I speak on that because I've heard of people, and people have said that to me. We should have this by now. You should have this by now. Just because you don't see the fact that I got 3 kids, the fact that one of my kids is a special needs child. You don't see everything that I have to put into that child. You don't see that, but that's not for you to see. So that's why you should not speak on what a person should have and what a person should do.
Because when they say you should have this, maybe you don't want that.
Right. That's right. That's not what I need.
Exactly.
Or need that.
Exactly. So
except for that big old chocolate man y'all say I should have. I'm all for that.
I mean, I ain't necessarily said that.
I'm trying to plant that seed. But in all seriousness, I just feel like we need to support each other. And like I said, these not the only people in the world. Thanks to internet and social media, we got access to people all over the globe. So we ain't even got to depend on you Americans, okay? Because the Philippines rock with us, okay? Yes. Italy rocks with us. We got people in Nairobi, Kenya who rock with us. We really ain't even much worried about it. But I want to say that to let you know, just because your people around you not rocking with you, don't stop what you're doing. Cause somebody somewhere gonna rock with you.
Some and to piggyback on that, somebody somewhere for the longest time, I wouldn't get picked here because y'all know I model. So here I wouldn't, I'd get looked over, but I get told, girl, your walk is the bomb, but you didn't pick me for your show. But that's okay, right? Because an opportunity opened up and I meandered my way into Louisiana. And I worked Louisiana. They know me in Louisiana. So sometimes you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone to do what you got to do. Make it happen. You're your best cheerleader, right? Make it happen and then come back. And all of that is a part of building your business and staying in your lane. I was in my lane. People was like, oh, I ain't traveling. That's okay, but I am. Now watch what it do. Yeah, watch me work because they looking. And through that, some of the naysayers have, oh, girl, I didn't think I could ever do it. And I did it because I saw you do. So do you, baby. That's not a derogatory thing when they say it or when, you hear it. Some people have it in that connotation, but do you stay in your lane, make it do what it do for you because somebody's watching that needs to. Somebody's that's watching that probably don't need to, but they want to drop the cash up. But anyway, I'm just saying, do you stay in your lane and make sure you take care of your business, right?
Because people are watching. I'm just saying, people are watching. You will be so surprised. The people who know you, and you be like, where you know me from? Oh, you got that radio show, and you be like, wow, because you never really see them, but they see you. Yeah, you will get the support.
Absolutely.
I feel like you want to say something. But I want to say this. It was one more thing I wanted to say, especially to women, especially Black women, because I seen a lot of this on social media this week about women saying, we never gonna find, ain't no good men. I mean, you understand, it's some good men. It might not be in Texas, okay? It might not be in Houston. It might not be in America. So sometimes you got to branch out. Go on and go to Jamaica. Go on and go to the Bahamas. Go on and go over to the UK, baby. I'm coming. I've been done told y'all my man is over in the UK. Now I'm speaking in. When y'all see him, y'all gonna be like, she said that. She said that. She said that. My man is over in the UK. I'm just letting you know. One of them, one of them chocolate ones too. Yes. And so I'm just want to encourage you. Don't think that just because you don't see it among you, it ain't there. It's there.
But you're looking for it. Stop looking for it. When you stop looking for it, it will find you.
Yes,
and you, but to find it, y'all, please understand. If you're holding on to all of these things, that ain't no good man. All the, I got cheated on, or I got dogged on. If you're holding on to that thing, you see this. If you're holding on to that, you gonna have your hands open to receive your blessing. You have to stop that. You have to stop that. And also be that woman that deserves that man. You want all of these things that you think that you're entitled to, but you're not upholding that standard that is deserving of that type of man. So you need to be that type of woman. Stop asking for something that you can't deliver.
To a degree. I feel it to a degree because I feel like sometimes people want women to do all this stuff to deserve a man who really, come on. I mean, ain't all that. I agree to a degree because both people gotta be deserving of each other. And then when you say be that type of woman, be you because you don't have to be no certain type to have a good man, because some men want a hoe. I'm just saying, if she a good hoe, and some men want a woman who don't cook. He don't even care. He'll go order food for you, baby, if you take care of his other needs. I just don't subscribe to being a certain type to deserve a man, because that's the reason why so many women is disappointed now, because they're like, I did this, I did that, I know how to cook, I've been in the church, I ain't done nothing, blah blah blah, and you still single.
That's not what I mean. I don't mean a certain type. I mean, be what you want.
You know, that's you, period.
Right. If you're wanting this certain type of person, then you need to be a person that's deserving of that.
Be the best you, period.
You know who you are, and you know what you need to do as a person. You know when you have a significant other, you know the standards, you know where the bar is set, so you know the shit that you need to do to get it taken care of. You know what you got to do to keep your home in line or to protect your family. You know what you need to do. And that goes for both parties. Both people know what they need to do.
Be the best you. That's what I say. Be the best version of yourself. Because I don't like being this way for that. Because see, you'll jump through all these hoops, and then oh boy go cheat on you with Sally who got a third grade education. And you got a degree, you got 2 degrees, and you know what I'm saying? So I feel like just be the best version of yourself, and the person who can appreciate that version of you will come into your life. But because I was raised in church, I heard so many people telling women, you got to do this, you got to do this, the other. And them women still single. They still single and frustrated, incredibly frustrated, getting all them battery operated boyfriends. Yeah, well, they rechargeable now. I'm just saying, hey. All right, we're gonna let the boss lady close us out.
Okay, y'all. I just want to say everybody have a beautiful Purple Pisces day. Know your worth. Know your worth. And if you don't know your worth, and if you can't look at yourself every single day in the mirror completely naked and see beauty and see prosperity and see success and see all of those things, then you need to work on it where you can see those things. And if you can't, call me. I got you. Do I have it on sale? It's never on sale.
Invest in yourself.
Absolutely. The reason that it's never on sale is because the products. We have to purchase the products. So yeah.
It's never on a discount.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's never on a discount. Everything is for sale.
For purchase.
Everything is for sale. This is America.
I know that's right.
News ain't free. I know that. News ain't free. So I just want to tell everybody I love y'all. I hope you love yourselves. And if you don't, I love you enough until you do. And everybody be safe, be careful. Have a wonderful Purple Pisces Saturday. Come on, Pisces.
Oh, okay. All my fellow Pisces. Y'all have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Protect yourself. You know, COVID's still going on. Protect yourself.
Well, so it's your girl, Miss Mimi, aka Mimi the Great. We're here at Kiante's Lounge. So if you want to throw a party, come get something to eat. She's located at 13940 Bammel North, Houston, Suite 313. Thank you so much for letting us come through and hang out and do our stunning in the city and celebrate our girl Lisa, the boss lady. In fact, if you want to donate to her solar return or gift her with something, you can send financial stuff to
$ Lisa the Boss Lady.
THA.
LYSATHA Boss Lady. Lisa the Boss. I'm on Cash App. Lisa the Boss Lady. LYSATHA Boss Lady.
That's it. That's all. You got something?
I mean, even when I try not to have the last word, y'all see, I tried not to have the last word. Even when I try not to have the last word comes to me anyway. But I just want to say to y'all, I love what Lisa the Boss Lady said. Love yourself. But I do want to say this: accept yourself. Accept what God gave you. Because I don't know about y'all with y'all hot girl summer, but is you ready for big girl summer? Because the big girls is coming through. And I need y'all to understand that. Everybody ain't meant to be little. I'm just letting y'all know. Some people gonna look, because a lot of us can get surgery and do whatever. We still gonna be big. We might be a certain type of big, but we still gonna be big. So love yourself. Yes, love yourself. Accept yourself from no matter what you are. Because I don't like what I see so much of everybody trying to be the same version of something. Everybody want to be that version of something. That's not how we were supposed to be. We're all individuals. So just love yourself and accept yourself the way you are. All of you, all of you, all of you. And if you want to share some of you and you're a nice young man, holla at your girl, especially if you're from the UK. I'm just saying. Holla at your girl. You can hit me up at Lisa Dene on all social media. See, the thing about me, I know a closed mouth don't even much get fed. So I'll be putting it out there just in case. That's it. You have not, because you asked not, like my girl said, that's Bible. I'm gonna need y'all to understand. That's Bible. Okay. That's Bible. So I need y'all to understand that. So yes. So anyway, prepare yourselves for our next shows. They're going to be virtual. We will get you the information on that. And we will see you all next week. We're going to leave you with a little word from our man, Chef Square. Hit him up on all social media, and we will see you guys next week.
If you're
Bye.
looking for healthy meal prep, family style meals, or catering for your next event, look no further than the East Traveling Square Kitchen with Chef Square, Alan Phillips, specializing in soul food, family style dining, and southern flavor. Chef Square can adhere to dietary needs like keto and bariatric meal prep without compromising on taste. Take advantage of weekly meal plans like the Starter Pack, 5 meals for $75 with 3 entree choices. Additional meal plans and contact-free delivery is available. Contact Chef Square of the East Traveling Square Kitchen today at 832-495-8836 and tell them Stunner Radio sent you.